We have the basketball camps to teach younger interested players that want to play basketball and understand the game better. We want to teach them how to do that. The kids love the camps. They get prizes, they get they learn games that they've never played before. But they always come away from the camps wanting the camp not to be over. So they wish that it was extended longer, and they can't wait for next year's camp. So we like that.
Well, during the camp we did a lot of dribbling drills and shooting drills, and I recommend for people to come out there because I made the team. I know they can make the team.
For the more artistic ones, there's a camp for them too.
We offer a yearly camp in August for our elementary school students that are entering kindergarten through 6th grade, and it's basically just an introduction to theater where all of the students participate in a theatrical production, usually a musical, and they get a little bit of experience in singing, dancing, and acting.
I have two siblings, and I think that the Heritage camps are really cool because the children can get involved at Heritage and do something productive with their summer.
I think summer camps are a great idea to have at Heritage because it allows my baby brother to do things that he wouldn't normally be able to do, and he really loves coming to Heritage, and so I feel like it'll be a good way to keep him from being bored over the summer and get him involved.
As your siblings also start summer vacation, keep some of these camps in mind. More information can be found at the Heritage homepage at the Frisco ISD website. I'm Debbie Butcher for Count Nation TV. We have an award to present at this time. Senior Rose Ellison has been not only an anchor for broadcast, but she has also been our fearless director for the last 2 years and a reporter for her first 2 years of high school. In addition to her marks she's made in broadcast, she has also served on the editorial board for Yearbook for the last 2 and served as a reporter her sophomore and freshman years. Because of her impressive dedication to tell the story of Heritage students, at this time, I would like to present her with the Trailblazer Award for undying dedication to establish Heritage broadcast and yearbook programs. Rose.
Thank you.
We will miss her greatly. Here's David with a story about the Spanish classes' end of the year projects.
The quinceañera, a coming-of-age tradition for a 15-year-old girl in many Spanish cultures.
The celebration was filled with lots of dancing, food, and fun. I was the quince, which is who the party is celebrated for, and I had to transition from wearing flats to heels.
My job was to be the father of the quince, so I had to give a speech and help the quince remove her shoes and put on the ceremonial high heels. It was it was a lot of fun, got to eat a lot of food and dance. It was pretty good. I learned what it was like to be in an actual quince. It was an interesting experience.
The Spanish classes will continue this celebration for many years to come. I'm David Varshan for Count Nation TV.
Last night's Powder Puff game had a great crowd and was a complete nail-biter. The juniors scored early and held the lead until 4 minutes to go in the game when the seniors scored their first touchdown to tie.
With 1.5 minutes left in the game was tied 7-7 and the juniors had the ball, but it turned over to the seniors.
With no seconds left on the clock and some controversy, the seniors pulled it out for the win. The final score, juniors 7, seniors 14.
All students need to check the window outside the cafeteria to make sure you are not on the hold list. Get your name cleared off as soon as possible.
BPA presented an award to Principal Mark Mims recently, making her Coyote Call debut. Here's Sierra Boniface with more.
Mr. Mims is the recipient of a Distinguished Administrator Service Award from Texas Business Professionals of America.
I was honored to win the award. I didn't even know that I was being nominated for this award, and so I was very surprised, but I'm always honored that people will think enough of you and the things that you do that they will put forth your name to honor you in a special way.
Mr. Mims was very surprised that he won the award, and he is also very proud of the BPA program.
I'm always proud of our students who advance. I think we've got great students, and I want them to find those pathways in life that are going to help them be successful. And if this is one of those pathways, then I'm certainly going to support everything that they do.
Ethan, Bree, and Deja Gamble are here to talk about the most entertaining aspect of BPA and why they joined.
I ran for this office just basically I want to meet more people. I want to be more connected with the people of our area and region, and I wanted to get more involved with BPA and learn some new skills that will help me out in life.
The campaign rally was the most fun part for me. You got to talk with all the voting delegates and you got to explain to them why you wanted to run for office, what you could do. There was 14 people running and only the top 7 got the positions, and I ended up getting vice president, which is the second highest, and I think that being vice president is going to allow me to grow and show BPA that all I can do for them.
Congratulations to Mr. Mims, Deja, and Ethan for their success in Business Professionals of America. I'm Sierra Boniface for Coyote Nation TV.
We will have a locker cleanout today. Any items left in the lockers after the cleanout will be removed.
Also today, we will be dismissed from 4A by the administration and cannot re-enter the building once dismissed. Please make sure you have all your items with you before you go to your last class, as this will be strictly enforced.
If you have a summer birthday, you will need a VOE to get your driver's license. You will need to sign up for it. There will be no VOEs handed out during the summer, so listen up to what you need to do.
See Ms. Price in the attendance office next week, and your VOE will be good after your birthday for the duration of the summer. As the school year comes to an end, next year's sports are gearing up.
Here's John Robert on a possible rule change for football.
The rules in sports are always changing for the safety of the players. UIL is determining on a new rule that could affect the way we practice football. The UIL Medical Board is recommending that there be a set time for each player on how long they can go live during each week. They are wanting to limit it to 90 minutes per week to help limit the number of concussions that football players receive. The rule is only in the beginning stages, and it's not for sure thing.
It's more written to the contact of football and football practice and how long you can go in live scrimmage drills. So it will definitely affect the way we practice in football, but probably won't affect the other sports. I think in the long term we may see a little bit of effects in games. I don't think kids will be scared. If you've watched NFL games over the past few years, you may have heard announcers comment on the tackling isn't as good, different things like that. That'll probably start to happen in high school, but I don't expect to see a huge drop off in the play on Friday nights.
No, I don't believe so, because those guys that are going to want to tackle and want to hit people are still going to have that mentality of, I'm going to go and tackle the guy and get him down to the ground. I think where it's going to be detrimental is for those guys that are still a little timid about tackling, about hitting, and not being able to incorporate that into the practice setting to get them comfortable with it. It's going to be detrimental for them in the games. No, I don't think colleges will look differently on Texas because of this new rule. Outside of Florida and California, Texas is still one of the biggest recruiting states as far as football goes. So, yes, we may change the rules of how we practice and how we play, or how they play during practice, but I don't think recruiters are going to shy away from Texas because of the large amount of talent that is here.
It can hurt us by the kids that are coming in that haven't learned how to properly tackle. I think this rule is smart because as a player, I know my safety is considered top priority, but I also think it's dumb because to limit the time that we have to hit each other would affect us in a game.
Remember, the rule has been brought in front of the board and is still under review. Nothing is finalized. I'm John Robert for Coyote Nation TV.
Today's one event is there will be a leather jacket fitting in the cafeteria today during all lunches.
That's all we have for this year, Coyotes. We thank you for watching.
I'm Nevi Buttra.
And I'm Rose Ellison.
And you have a classy summer, Coyotes!